Hey guys, welcome back to R&R. I'm the Roof Show and my co-host here.
Aaron.
It's been quite some time, Aaron, man. You were gone last week. It's not like I just filmed another video with you 2 seconds before this, but you know.
Never. We've never seen each other in at least a week.
Yeah, at least a week. But
At least a week.
today we're going to be talking about God of High School, episode 2. And this is going to be a little shorter
Wait.
video.
It's 3.
3! Jesus Christ, you fucked me up! Because...
I know.
Alright, I want to redo that. Alright,
Yeah.
Alright, today...
Backstory. I'm just kidding.
We'll be talking about God of High School episode 3. Dude, can we talk about this? Like, the animation quality for literally this show is only fights. There's barely any downtime. This show is strictly fighting. And the animation quality it's not as good as it was the first episode, but it's still very, very good for a show that's not slowing down.
It's refreshing amount of good quality action that isn't by I'm gonna talk to you for 3 minutes straight. Ugh.
It literally is just ready to throw them hands and boom, boom, boom.
Boom.
Like, there is nothing.
Throw hands. Let's go.
That's I love it, and I can only assume people that read the webtoon. This is probably rushing through the content, but this fits the way the anime has gone. These 3 episodes, it's been amazing that they're rushing this content. Like, I am loving it. Like, if they slow it down, obviously maybe I'll also enjoy it. But the way they've gone about this, it has. Every single episode I literally keep singing his praises. But Mori's fight with her name, she was an American wrestler, but like she didn't have I expected her to have like Cassidy Starlander if she was a champion,
I know.
some basic name, but no, she didn't.
I think she was like May something.
Yeah, and that was the first fight, and that was awesome. Like, different fighting styles, and then I didn't think we were even going to get Jin Mori versus one of the administrators, green hair administrator, glasses, dork.
I wasn't expecting that. No. And then it went the complete opposite direction of what I thought it was going to be in every way imaginable. It's like, oh, let's get this hardcore fight out of the way. Nope. Jin does it in 3 seconds flat. Wait, what? And now we have stands?
Yeah.
What?
Yes. Yes, that's what I thought. You don't even watch JoJo's, and the fact that you
I
got
know.
that. Dude, literally,
like, what
the
is
first
this?
thought that came to mind is like, they have stands? They have, like, I'm like,
I was like, what is this
did I just...
nightmare clown with a double scythe sickle mother flipping stand? Like, what?
Dude, that's awesome! Bruh,
I
I was in for just some martial arts shit, but like, obviously you can only go so far with the way they're doing this. Dude, they're gonna be destroying the world possibly in stadiums later on, dude.
Oh, this is going cosmic. We already got a cult at the beginning, and they're like praying to God.
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah.
oh shit.
I forgot about the call, yeah.
Whenever you have cultists, man, it always goes places. Never good.
This is so off topic. It just came to mind during the episode when I saw the cultists. I was thinking of North Korea, and then I was just like, do they acknowledge North Korea in any of these webtoons that are based in Korea, I wonder?
Oh my god. I'm really glad that you brought this question up, because yes, and it's not these ones, but it's another one I want to be made into a horror anime. It's called Hive. And it's basically these giant black wasps take over South Korea. And it's just the journey of this guy trying to get find his wife and child throughout this whole mess, teaming up with people. And towards later in the season, it's acknowledged that North Korea was attacked by the same bugs, and they're like completely... It's not plot relevant, but they're wasted. South Korea is better, obviously. North Korea gets its ass handed to them but they acknowledge that they exist, and they get wrecked, and it's great. And
it's great.
But yes, that is the only instance I know of so far where they acknowledge North Korea's existence, and they get destroyed. So
that was a big factor. I just thought of it. I'm like, will they acknowledge? But off track. Let's talk about his name's not Ho. Wow, we were just talking about Tower of God 2 seconds ago.
Is it
Han? Right. So we have Han, Heart of Gold Han fighting against
Nerd
Tracksuit, super knowledgeable martial artist, and this fight it was pretty awesome.
That was such a weird mix-up. It was way better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
And they all were. Did you notice, like, they're chewing through side characters who I thought were going to be main characters, and then they just, because of their character design, and they just chewed through them. I'm like, oh, okay. Are they going to be part of the story later? I guess not.
Maybe.
Who knows?
Who knows? I mean,
Maybe.
a lot of them are out of the tournament. Like, we lost Go from last episode. Go's just done. Go's design, he looks sweet. They're like, beginning of the episode, yeah, we ain't got that many participants left. Go's out. Gamado. Not Go, that's Go's last name. Kong. He's out. He's like having mental issues going on. And
yeah, Jin's fight style makes no sense physically, but I'm also trying to nitpick a stand operating show. It's like, because his taekwondo was, I'm going to do these 3 kicks that are super powerful, but the third one is the one that knocks you to the ground. That means the other 2 either don't connect at all, or it defies all physics that it smacks them at the same force but doesn't move them from that spot.
Let me bring my microphone close. I'm just going to say this. Do the impossible, see the invisible. Row, fight the power. That's Gurren Lagann, I'm sorry.
Okay.
He does the impossible. Like, literally, that's what I want from him. I want him to do anything.
Anime break physics all the time. I don't even know why I'm nitpicking. It doesn't matter.
Obviously, for some shows, like, I'd 100% nitpick on this. But for 3 episodes, I'm not nitpicking.
This doesn't. I'm not going to care. Like, that's just a thing with me. Did you notice the buff dudes were cheering for girl?
Yeah,
in the stand.
They're like, Marie,
the whole crowd is on the air. The whole crowd is on the American girl side, and then she whoops her, and then the like the shirtless dudes are like, yeah.
God. This show has not. It hasn't had nothing's been as funny as episode 1, but the fight scenes, and it's still kind of comedic.
Consistent.
It's consistent.
And it's not.
The music's so great.
Even
too.
It is. It's not boring. That's the best part.
Yeah, there's not a moment that every episode from episode 1 to episode 3 is literally been, it's already over. That's why I didn't, like, in my head, I didn't think they were going to get to the Jin fight, like I said earlier, because I just thought they would end at the Han, because that's kind of where it seemed like, I was like, it's probably been like 20 minutes. No, there's like 10 minutes, 8 minutes left of the episode. I'm like, thank you. I get to see
the
this
thing with the fruit and the magic guy with the giving him a death fruit, but then he comes back. Like,
oh yeah, I wonder what that.
None of it makes sense, but you know what? I'm just here for the ride. That's all we're here for.
Yeah, this is just a coaster that I'm enjoying this. Like, if I just choose my God show of the webtoons, obviously I'm more of a Tower of God guy, but this is completely different enjoyment from what Tower of God is.
I'm enjoying this more than Tower of God.
I don't want to get in that conversation, but
we're not going to get into the conversation.
I will leave it at this. Like I said, the enjoyments are both different factors for me. This is more turn my mind off for now, because they have been subtle things to hint at later on, so it's not full turn my mind off. I have a different show for that, which is the Misfit Demon Lord show. That's my turn my mind off show, but this is turn my mind off show. Tower of God is, I literally need to make sure I don't miss a line of dialogue, because that might change everything. And I love that show because I love like shows like Hunter x Hunter, which you can't miss a line of dialogue almost if you're trying to understand what's going on. This is like my Naruto. I don't need to read everything. I can miss a chapter.
This is Dragon Ball Z, man. You don't have to pay attention that hard. There's a good guy. There's a bad guy.
Fight. It's tournament. Fight. Enjoy the animation.
Go.
They are probably going to. I'm curious if there's going to be more deeper aspects that either we're missing because of cut content, or if we're missing because of there's just nothing too deep yet. Like like I said, we're getting hints of it, but not something I'm like assuming worried about as much. Like the cult group, I'm just kind of like, yeah.
Something has to happen because it's a full series, and the tournament is almost in its semifinals, and we're on episode 3. Something has to happen.
I mean, this is just like a preliminary tournament to get to the big tournament, if I'm correct. And it's probably there's probably another tournament after that. And then there might, who knows, there might even be a whole arc. It might be like this is a tournament, and then the next tournament doesn't happen for months. I don't know if they might have said it in the show, actually. But it doesn't happen for a good while, and then we have a whole arc of in between the tournament.
I would assume, because our main characters have to manifest their inner demon spirit things or something. Can we keep saying Stan?
Well, we don't know that. We don't know the name. We don't know the name yet. I'm gonna call it a Stan.
I'm just gonna. You can't just not drop that bomb and then not have us speculate that. Does everybody have one? Can you gain one? How does it one acquire one?
I don't know if I brought this up in my Tower of God comparing the first the webtoon to the anime, but I think this is kind of like It's a Hunter x Hunter. You don't even know about Den, which is the power system in Hunter x Hunter, until like 30 episodes, 20ish episodes in. So because you just think people are fighting powerful beings. Boom. We already got like a power system in this. Like you don't even know stands until part 3. We already got a power system. Like we already know these god like Shaman King stands exist on episode 3. They could not even introduce this until later on, and I would have been perfectly fine with that. They did not. Dude, they would not have hint at it.
They could go the full One Piece route and not mention it and call it different things until the time skip, which is like 2/3 through the story.
Until we call it until literally there
until
has
been
hockey, until
you get
like
the
observation hockey from. I don't want to talk about One Piece too much. I love it, and the conversation will deviate too much. Anyway, guys, even with that deviant conversation, there's really not much else with this episode. The fight scenes are good. The stories, like we said, straightforward, nothing too crazy. And let us know what you think about the episode in the comment section down below. Did you like it? Did you love it? Any last words, Aaron?
I just realized that our girl Jin was more deadly with her bare hands than with her sword.
You know, that's not last words, actually. Yeah, let's talk about that for a second. Dude, I just remembered that.
Yeah, I just remembered she karate chopped air, and the girl just died. Like, she just...
Yeah, blood just boom, boom.
She gets knocked.
I was not expecting her. Well, I guess if she's using a wooden sword trying to cut, maybe that's to hold her. No, it's not to hold her back for sure.
Yeah. Why wouldn't she be able to do that with the wooden sword? She can. Not gonna question it.
I will question it depending on. Like I said, even when I said I don't question stuff for this.
If she doesn't do it with the sword next, then we question.
I might be contradicting my own opinion I just said, but as this show progresses and as I get absorbed in the world, because I don't know the world enough yet to say this is bullshit. Once we get to that point where it's 30, 20 episodes, or if I start reading the webtoon, it gets farther ahead and it's like they pull some crap out their butts, then I'm gonna call bullshit. But for where the anime is at this moment in time, I can sit back and enjoy the ride because I don't know anything to question it. And I'll leave it at that. All right, any last words? Unless you bring up another good point.
Last words? Nah,